on, y'all? I'm Kennedy.
It's your boy Ace, man.
And today we finna go beyond that bag. Well, let me go ahead and introduce our very special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them a little bit about yourself and what you do.
My name is Ryan. My friends call me Ra. Pretty much, I work in clothes, sales. I do stocks here and then. I do a little bit of YouTube. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Look, man, we pulled Ryan from a very, very, very big stack. I'm very excited to have him on the show. And I'm excited to go ahead and get beyond that bag. So, Ryan, let me go ahead and start off with your first question, man. So, why clothes? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you pick clothes out of everything? What made you pick it? What opened up that horizon for you? Tell me a little bit about that.
My grandma.
For real?
I say, my grandma, she used to sew clothes. Like, she used to make her own hats, her own clothes, and stuff like that. So, I was like, when we used to go shopping, I just love shopping. Like, I used to just love clothes. So it was like, as I grew older, I was a dude, as I was growing, I was a dude that was like taking Sharpies and making designs on t-shirts and just walking around school with the most.
On like the white tee with
Yeah.
No, you was at school with that on? I know, bro. No, you lying, for real.
And I was in 7th grade, I used to make a t-shirt probably every week. I used to wear basketball practice and all.
That's kind of tough.
So like you can actually draw and paint, you know that. That's fire.
So if we told you to draw right now, you wouldn't, you be fine?
It depends on what you tell me to draw.
Okay. So, grandma inspired you. Shout out to grandma. That's a big deal, especially having a strong black woman in your life. But grandma inspired you. You decided when you went to go shop. I know she used to leave you at home because you would try to buy stuff, wasn't it?
I was going every time.
No! Okay. So he was going every time. Grandma inspired him. So once you realized clothes was what I wanted to do and you wanted to get into the clothing industry, go ahead and break that barrier. How did you get into that? What was the first step for you?
Finding a name.
That's true.
Like, truthfully, like, it started off with me and my homeboy in college. We started off with this brand, we started off calling it Too Rare. But probably like, I think a couple months, probably 2-3 months later, I don't know if y'all know that rapper Too Rare.
Yeah.
And then like a week after like he came out with that song and I think Lil Durk, he dropped a clothing brand called Too Rare.
No!
Right.
That should be
So
trademark.
at that time, like rookie mistake, I ain't had no LLC or anything.
Dang.
So, shoot, one night, I think it was like 11, 12 o'clock at night, I'm just in the bed, I couldn't sleep. So I'm in the bed, I typed in Rare on Google Translate, just went down the list. And Nadir the one that rung my ear, so that's the one I stuck with.
So tell us a little bit more about the name Nadir, because when I seen that, I was like, okay, like this is different. I like that though, because you know you see a lot of clothing brands, they're kind of all like mismatched. You know, they're kind of similar. So break down, what does Nadir mean to you and to the viewers?
So pretty much Nadir is a translation of being rare, in my opinion. I like to try to think of myself as not the average person. I don't think anybody should think of themselves as the average person. Probably like, I tell people all the time, I joke about it, be like, I'm the rarest person you're gonna be in your life. So it's like, people laugh at me, but sometimes I be dead for real.
Not dead for real. I be dead for real. So Nadir, the brand, make sure y'all go shop. We're gonna go ahead and put a picture right here for it. Make sure y'all tap in for that. He does hoodies, sweatpants, beanies. Actually, I think you have on a hoodie now from your brand. Tell us a little bit about that.
So,
break it down, because I know the story. Ace don't know the story. They don't know the story. So tell them.
Okay, so the hoodie I have on, as y'all can see, is not zipped all the way. I don't ever wear zipped all the way. So, it's a sample of what he had designed. So, it's supposed to say Nadir. And as you can see, it don't say that.
It doesn't say it, yeah.
So I've been looking for a manufacturer. I went through probably like 2-3 different samples trying to figure out somebody and find somebody that could really like make it to the material and like the quality that I wanted. Plus I'm very precise. Like I want stuff how I want it. And if you can't do that, then it's like what's inside?
It's over with.
Yeah.
And you know, I made clothes for a little bit. For those that do know, I did have a brand at a point. And when I didn't have a brand, one of the biggest things is having a good manufacturer. Like, people underestimate that. You know, people think you can just send your logo off, tell them what you want, and they bring it back. Bro, I've been through like 10 people, and I still dropped out the game. So it's a tough market to get into. And not only that, but it's expensive. So if I'm somebody who's in high school, college, and I'm like, I might want to start a brand, what do you think they need as an essential or the essentials that are needed to go ahead and start up their brand?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, in my opinion, every person on YouTube gonna tell you need like 5,000, 10,000. Of course, that's what you need to start a business. But with me, it was just like shoot, I'm gonna try it.
That's
So
real.
I started off. I think I probably only spent $500 on my first order of clothes, shirts and shorts.
How many?
I think it was 50. It was 50 totals. It was like 25 each one. 25 shirts, 25 shirts.
25
Okay.
shirts.
Yeah,
That's not a bad price though.
exactly.
That's not at
That's a
all.
good price, especially when you're starting out. And $500 is not something that's like impossible to attain. So
Exactly. So that's a paycheck.
yeah,
So I think that's exactly what I did. I worked 1 week, spent that bread. I was broke until the next
It's
week.
worth it though.
Yeah, it was. So when I got the clothes, I didn't really know what to do with them. I was just happy I got them.
That's real. That's so real. That's so real.
So when I got them, I started like taking pictures, and then I think like 2-3 weeks later I went on a cruise. So then I'm like, shoot, when I thought about it, I'm like, all right, I want to try to get some clothes overseas, like some people overseas.
Just tough.
So as we got in the boat, I probably bought everything with me, all 50 pieces. Like, I think I sold probably like almost everything my first day on the boat.
on the
Are you
cruise ship.
serious?
Mhm.
That's fire.
So
Whoa,
100%.
that's
Like
crazy.
after that day, I'm like, cause when you first start making stuff like on your own, you had that thought like, dang, what if ain't nobody gonna like?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna like it.
Nobody
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, it got to a point I'm like, shoot, I'll go with it. So like, somebody got to.
Somebody else has to like
Exactly.
it.
So when I got on the boat and people was buying, my confidence shot through the roof. So when I got home, I just hit the ground running and started doing more. Like I sold more shirts, and then that's when I started doing like photo shoots and stuff. And then I ain't gonna lie to you, had a little rough patch. Went broke for a little minute. Had a little rough patch. I was really actually going to stop making clothes.
Are you serious? Stop.
But how did you get over that though?
Like, okay,
everybody
so-
hits that. Like
so-
anybody who does anything hits that.
I had that mark where I was like, man, this probably not for me. Like,
Yeah.
it was probably like my third batch of clothes, my most recent drop. It was like, ain't nobody really buying, ain't nobody really ordering. I'm like, okay, cool. So, family friend, he was like, I know about this. He was like, I know about this this little pop-up that be happening in Pont City. I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, I don't know, cause ain't nobody was buying it, so my confidence was really like low.
Yeah.
So when I did the pop-up, I was nervous. I went in there sweating. My friend was like, dang, bro, you sweating. My forehead was glistening. But the lady that I met, she was real nice. She made me real comfortable. So after a while, like probably like 30 minutes went by to sell anything. And I began to doubt, like, I'm like, I shouldn't have came out here. Like, I let this man spend his money for me to bring me out here. And case in point, I left probably like $5. Like, he was actually coming in there asking, like, oh, your shirt is hard, like, your clothes hard. Like they really asking, like, some people was asking to invest, and some people were just asking for the clothes in general. And truthfully, it really warmed my heart to know that, like, people was really, like, messing with something that I made. So that's what really keep me going, for real.
So like with that keeping you going and you popping out to these markets, these shows, can we actually insert a clip right here? You actually had an amazing kind of pop-up sort of video with Lil Tony. Can we talk about that? Like, what was that moment like? Tell me kind of how you get into these rooms, especially for people that are watching, people that want to start brands, other businesses. How do you get into those rooms and especially be comfortable in those rooms?
So truthfully, it's like the opportunities came to me. After my first pop-up, I met this lady at my first pop-up. She bought a hoodie and 2 hats. And she was like, would I ever be interested in doing other pop-ups? I was like, sure. So, case in point, it was like this poetry event. First day there, cool. Probably like cool 200, 300, just something smooth. But it was a good event. I like the little scenery. I like the vibe. Everybody there was real nice. Again, I probably sold half my inventory, half the rest of the inventory I had at that moment, that night. And then after that, well, I don't know if y'all know, I just recently came out with a commercial. So,
I saw that. I
so-
did see that commercial.
I also met a lady at that pop-up for the commercial. And then from there, it was just like, shoot.
Just to go.
Exactly. I just started meeting new people. New people started like throwing me different ideas, and I just started running with them.
Okay. So definitely just putting yourself out there, putting your voice out there, meeting new people. So how did you even hear about that first market though? Like, how did that go? Because some people, they might be sitting on their couch, sitting in their bed, this video's on, they're like, okay, let me just watch it. And they're like, okay, I do want to start a clothing brand, but how do I actually get into those rooms? Like, how do I meet those people? It's easy to say, I got invited this place, this, that, and the third, but how do you get to that point?
So how got that first pop up? That's when I was in my slump. My mother's boyfriend, he lended me the money to get into the vendor fee. So I'm like, okay, cool. So he lended me the vendor fee, and then just like I just started meeting different people. I met a couple models that day. I met a couple directors that day. Like event hosts, whole bunch of them. Like it was just jumping at it. I think it was 4th of July weekend, so like everybody was in Ponce. So it was just like, in my opinion, I don't really like going out, but going out helps. Like it doesn't even have to be like a party or anything. Even just going out to like the mall or something, you never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah,
like you can meet anybody in everyday life. That's how I think about it. Like you can be sitting next to a millionaire and you don't even know it, just because the way you look.
That is true. That's true. 100%.
Yeah, definitely. Like networking is big. Like meeting all those people, like talking to people, shaking hands. That's super important, and also staying consistent.
And that's one hump truly that I had to get over, because when I first started selling clothes, I didn't like talking to people. Like I was like, I wouldn't say it was hard for me, but I didn't really know how to sell at all. So it was like talking, but it used to be very awkward. I used to try to first start selling. So truthfully, practice made perfect. I just started talking to people. I think, matter of fact, Ken knows this. I started working at AT&T. I started doing door-to-door sales. So that was a big jump on like my communication and my social skills when it came to people. Cause it's like when you knock on somebody's door, as soon as they open the door, you gotta get talking. And it's like that's how you make your money. That's how I make my money every time. So it's like if I don't talk, I ain't making no money, and ain't nobody trying to be broke.
That's right. Oh God.
If you struggle with talking to people, go knock some doors. Literally, like go get a job where you're knocking doors. I'm telling you, by the time you're done doing it, you're gonna be super comfortable talking to anybody. Cause like you're literally talking to people who literally they looking at you like most people like when you get a random at the door, they close the door.
Right.
It's like getting a spam call. Like they answer, they hear, hey, can I talk to you? Hang up. Like most people like be counting you out. So just knocking doors, like you're gonna gain that confidence because you're gonna know going in that it's like a 90% chance of failing and you still just gotta do it. So it's hard. You're gonna build that communication skills for sure. But talk about being consistent in what you do and like how do you like not give up?
We did our research on you. So just know we've been seeing you be very consistent, and we want to know how is it being that consistent regardless of you get 1,000 views one day, 10 views one day. Like, what does that look like trying to get over that triumph? Like, I know that's not an easy task, especially if you aren't monetized yet. That's hard to get over. So tell us a little bit about that.
So the way I was raised growing up, it's kind of like if you don't work, you don't eat type of environment. I was taught from a young age, you gotta work for what you want. And I'm like, I don't want to be just some dude laying on the street or just some dude at my mama's house for the rest of my life. So at the end of the day, like that's what, and your why is really a big part of it, in my opinion. That's what I tell everybody. Like, if you don't have a why, then you really can't do anything. Because you gotta have something that's gonna push you in that direction. Whether, like, motivation is there. Like, it works, but for a short amount of time. Like, you can be motivated 5 minutes.
That's true.
In that next 5 minutes, that thought gone.
That's valid. That's true.
Alright, and one of the things I noticed when we was looking into you, doing our research and everything like that is you do YouTube. Like, he tried to downplay it in the beginning, like I do a little bit of YouTube, but you really do YouTube. Like you have a lot of videos on YouTube, and you have multiple pages, and like you've been doing YouTube for a while. So talk about your YouTube journey and how that played into like you switching over to clothing, or you doing both at the same time.
And make sure you drop the app for that YouTube too. Y'all gonna subscribe.
Yeah, my guy, you gonna put that right here?
Yeah, please put that right here for us, man.
So truly, I started doing YouTube. It was kind of like, okay, It was just like, shoot, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna start recording myself. Like, let's just have fun with it. Well, I think matter of fact, that's how it happened. I met this dude, and he's like, why don't you ever like record the stuff you do? It's just some random dude on the street. I'm not gonna lie to you, I think he's homeless.
Oh man, it's alright though.
Because he walked up to me, he was like, what you doing now? I was like, I'm taking pictures of my clothing brand. And he was like, why don't you ever record some of the stuff you do? I'm like, I just never really thought about that. Like, I do clothes. Like, I don't like being behind camera. So it's like, at first, that's how it was. I don't like being behind camera. So I never really thought about doing YouTube. I was like, all my friends doing YouTube, but I never really thought that was like a path for me. So it's like after a while, when I first started doing it, get into it, I was actually enjoying myself.
Okay.
So, like, I shot my first clothing brand photo shoot on YouTube. Then I did some cruise vlogs. And after the cruise vlogs, it was real fun. I really went downhill because I didn't really want to be one of those dudes just like reacting to random stuff every day. That's what I told myself I was never going to be.
Bro,
what's
wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it.
Let's break that down.
Nothing wrong with it, but I don't like sitting down for too long.
That's real.
Like, that's why I tell people time. That's why I tell people now I can't stream. Like, sitting down 6-7 hours, I can't do it. Like, if I stream, it would be IRL. But I'd rather do YouTube.
So how do you balance both? Like, so from what I heard, you're working a full-time job, you're doing YouTube, you're doing clothes, and then you still have people that you care about outside of all of that you have to take care of. So how do you manage that? Like, what does that kind of schedule look like day to day when you're trying to actively pursue your dreams?
It's become easy. Actually.
Easy for real?
It's become easy. Like, at first I used to stress a lot about either being late, being too early, not being enough at some point in time.
Don't want to talk about it?
But it's like, I got to the point where it's like, yeah, I'm going to do what I got to do, but it's like, I don't want to put this without sounding bad.
It's not going to sound bad. It's not going to sound bad. Be honest. Imagine if this was you. Imagine Ryan 10 years ago. What would you want to hear? Like, be honest. Be blunt. Say what you got to say.
I like to think smarter, not harder. Like, I'm the type of person, I'ma always find a way out of no way. Like, I'ma always have a rebuttal. Like, people hate that about me. But it's for anything. Like, if I feel like I can figure out something and do it in a simpler way, why take all them 5, 6, 7, 8 steps when I can do it in 3? When I know I can do it in 3.
That's true.
And that's crazy that you said that, because that's something that we was talking about in one of our previous episodes. That our generation is a generation where we challenge everything, and that's beautiful. Like, he's supposed to. Like, just because there's a way to do it, don't mean that there's not a better way to do it.
Because I tell people all the time, like, I tell even my parents, like, yeah, I understand, like, y'all grew up in a certain way. Y'all was taught this way was the right way and the only way to make it in life. But, like, it's a different age. Like, at the end of the day, I'm just using the tools that I'm given.
That's true.
And that's the only thing you can do, not let things go to waste. And you mentioned, all of your friends doing YouTube. One of the things that I had to learn is, like, the people around you really make an impact on, like, what you're doing, how you're doing it. Talk about, like, how you having a group of content creator friends, how that helps you, like, stay afloat, and how that helps you, like, stay motivated in your content creating journey in general.
Truthfully, all my friends motivate me. Because it's like my closest homeboys motivate me the most. Because it's like, at the end of the day, I know the ups and downs that some of them go through in life. Like, some of the most severe ups and downs that they go through in life. And even the fact that they keep going and keep pushing, it gives me the reason. It's like, then I can't stop. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, if they going through this and they can still keep going, then I know I can. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, not trying to put them down or anything and say, like, I'm better than them, but it's like, I like to look at my homeboys as, I rely on my homeboys a lot when it comes to, like, motivation purposes. Because it's like, yeah, I see their content all the time, I watch them all the time, and I talk to my homeboys frequently, almost, like, every day. Just to, like, pick their brain, learn new stuff. Drew, probably my homeboy that inspired me the most. Like, me and Drew come pretty much from the same circumstances. Hoop dreams, didn't really work out for you. But yeah, like he the reason I really started doing YouTube for real. Like I was real doubtful about YouTube. I was a dude that was like, yeah, I can start doing that, but I ain't gonna catch no traction.
Doubtful though?
Yeah. Like I was real doubtful about like doing YouTube for myself, and it was like, cause I didn't really at the point in time I wasn't really doing much in my life. I was just going to work, coming home, doing my regular stuff. So selling clothes, I wasn't really doing much. So it got to a point, I'm like, Drew just at school, posting videos, random videos, and I'm like, shoot, I might as well give it a crack.
Yeah, like, why don't try, right? Yeah.
For real.
Like, who else? Trey, probably my strongest homeboy. I tell him that every day. Probably the strongest one I know. Like, probably been through the worst stuff. Probably been through worse stuff than all of us, and still pushed through. Like, the most righteous one.
Righteous, not the most righteous.
The most righteous one is what I call it. Like, he inspires me a lot. In my opinion, I tell Trey all the time. Like, me and him getting real close. Cause like even growing up, we didn't know each other for probably like 10 years. We grew up in the same neighborhood. So it was like I told him like, and we weren't even really that close. Like yeah, we used to click and we were friends, but like we never really had that brotherly bond. So it's like at a point in time, probably like this past year or two, like we got like real close. And I told Trey straight up like, Trey changed my mindset. If it wasn't for him, like I don't know like how my mind would be right now. Like he changed my mindset of life a lot. Truthfully, like just through our deep talks, just like the few hot box sessions, like just talking.
So like while we're on the topic of like collaboration and inspiration and growing with the people around you, in the clothing industry, the fashion industry, I know you can take inspiration from a lot of people. So if there was one person that you could work with, it could be somebody like super famous, somebody who's not that famous. Who would be like your dream collab if you had to collab on a piece?
No Blaze.
Of all time.
No Blaze at all. But who would you work with? We need to know.
And we're gonna judge you.
Okay.
Yeah, I am gonna judge you. I'm
okay.
you know now.
So most people expect you to say Quan. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
But for me, like one person that I feel like I can really relate to when it comes to like clothes and stuff, and even just like the way they move and stuff like that. I like to watch Hollywood Shaq.
Oh my God, yo, he actually knows ball. Bro, I love Hollywood Shaq's videos. He's so real and he actually breaks everything down. Like,
it's a great pull.
You know what? That was like an epic pull. That was a good pull. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good pull.
Okay, now which like city or state do you feel like has the best fashion? Like going back into time, of all time, like that state like is the hardest when it comes to like fashion.
There are wrong answers.
Alright, yeah.
There are wrong answers, bro. There are. I'm letting you know that now. There are wrong answers.
Atlanta is a wrong answer.
Bro, what do you
You
mean?
can put that out there right
Hey,
now.
so we not about to debate that on this podcast right now.
But I'm not gonna do that, so I'm gonna let you answer.
Now, I keep it real with you. I done seen a lot of people with a lot of different fits. But in my opinion, like some people that's like actually like putting that stuff on like consistently, I'd have to give it either my top would probably be New York, and then after that,
come on, bro.
Glazing. I ain't gonna lie, you glazing.
I'm just being real. I have to say New York and then Atlanta.
And look, I purposely didn't tell him I was from New York. Just
I'm
so
angry. I'm so mad right now. I'm so angry.
It's just certain places that are just like elevated that set trends. Like,
Bro,
New York is one of those places.
Stop it.
Have you ever been to New York?
Yeah, like once or twice.
Yeah. You gotta go to New York Fashion Week and see all the inspiration that New York brings. It's way better than Atlanta.
I'm actually
irritated.
Why are you only talking about I'm irritated.
Why are you irritated?
Why are you only talking about Atlanta though? Like,
what you mean?
What did we ever do wrong? Like,
I never said he.
No, don't do this because
whoa.
you said New York, you said Atlanta trash. What did we ever do wrong?
I didn't say Atlanta trash. I just said it's not.
It's just not
the
top.
city, yeah.
I'm not saying like people in Atlanta.
Where are you from again?
I'm from Atlanta.
So what are we talking about?
I feel you. Look. At the end of the day, you gotta give credit where it's due.
Oh my God, we can lazy. What did
Like,
Lil Ronnie say? Lil Ronnie? He
go.
did it. He jumped in the air to spin. Like, come on, bro. You did that.
Oh.
I'm just
like, come on, bro.
Atlanta got some fashion niggas, but it's like Atlanta.
That's you right now. What do you mean?
Most of Atlanta, you gotta keep it like this. Most of Atlanta pop out in a hoodie and some jeans.
Is it because of how tight the jeans be. Is that what it was?
It's not even that. Like, I'm just saying, that's what most people in Atlanta got on. You feel what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
I feel it. Alright, I got a couple. We're gonna do like a what I want to call this or that fashion edition. So we're gonna ask you a couple different things about fashion, and you're gonna tell me like which one would you rather.
Okay.
So, baggy jeans, skinny jeans, or ripped jeans?
I need to know.
Cause like I feel like in my life there's been like different transitions. Like time skinny jeans is hot, time everybody wore ripped jeans, and now I feel like everybody's in a baggy way. So which one is like your favorite?
I mean, it gets to a point where it's like, my opinion, I wear all of them.
Yeah.
So it's like, I really don't have any preference when it comes to that. Like,
You throwing your best fit on. Which
Right.
one? Which one you grabbing?
Okay. What you doing? I feel like he gonna go skinny.
yeah.
Skinny jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, crop tees or oversized tees?
Oversized.
Oversized.
But wait, there's oversized crop tees too.
No.
Yeah.
no.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
man.
No, what do you
Oh,
mean? Okay, so he go oversized. I'm the villain, so he go oversized. So what else you got for us?
Okay, so you go beanies or you go fitteds?
This is important.
And I know you got dreads, so you might.
Okay.
It's harder to wear fitteds, but
Okay.
just in general, like which one would you think is better?
If I'm chilling,
Mm-hmm.
beanies.
Okay.
Beanies,
If I'm going out, fitteds.
fitteds. Okay.
But you out right now. You see how the
I
truth
can't-
make too much
Let
sense
me tell you
sometimes?
something. I came to a podcast. I mean, like, if I'm going, like, if I'm trying
If
to
you
put
going
that
to the
shit
club.
on, exactly.
So the club fitted.
He trying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
The club is for the shorties, the beanies for everything else.
Okay, got it. Got it. You had to separate the two.
Alright, best shoe brand. If you had to pick one shoe brand to wear for the rest of your life, what shoe brand is that gonna be?
Nike.
Nike.
I think that's like
I'm
a
a Nike
guy.
simple
I'm a Nike
answer.
guy too.
I feel like Nike is very versatile.
They are.
I'm a Nike guy too.
I agree. They've had like numerous collaborations from Off-White to all these basketball NBA players that third. So I think that's a solid, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Nike got a little bit of everything.
That's
for sure.
solid. That's solid.
True.
Now, my question to you is, as a clothing brand owner and someone that's looking to really break through this space, make a lot of money out of it, what happens next after? Like, have you ever sat down and asked yourself, okay, I've made all this money through clothes, now what? Like, do you plan to go to department stores like a lot of other clothing brands? Like, we see other brands and other stores that open their own box store, but what happens after clothes? Like, do you plan to change up your whole route, or what's next?
So, you mean like when I'm just like officially done with clothes?
Once you've made the money
I'm
you're
happy
happy
with
with
that
making,
answer.
what's
Okay.
next?
So, truthfully, like, I want to get into commercial real estate.
Okay.
So, I've been really trying to get into that and learn like the basics of that. Like, I've been taking a lot of notes on it. My mama's boyfriend, he's a commercial realtor. So, I have a lot of conversations with him about it. But yeah, commercial real estate.
Okay. So would you say like owning a brand is kind of like a tool to getting to your end goal? Because some people, they end all be out might be, okay, I want to be another Virgil, I'm going to be another this, that, and the third, I'm going to own a clothing brand, and this is what I do, I'm a designer. So for you, is this like a stepping stool kind of thing? Or is this more like I'm passionate about it, and this is what
Like,
I'm
I feel like I can see myself doing clothes my entire life. Not even that. Like, I told myself the way I want to do it, like, I want to have this brand going for a minute. So it's like, I want to take it from me to probably like my son to his son. You know what I'm saying? Just like a pass down. Exactly, like a pass down. So like, yeah, one day I would want to open like a store and have multiple stores in the U.S. for sure. So it's like.
What do you think about people that don't wear their own brand? Like, to me, that's kind of crazy. But what do you think, though?
It has to come into the confidence, in my opinion. Like, you have to be confident in the clothes that you're making.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I really can't talk because I was one of those people when I first started. Like, I didn't really wear my brand like that out when I first started. And then after a while, it was just like, dude, I'm putting my money on it. Like, I'm finna throw this stuff on.
That's fair enough. You already
Like-
spent the brand.
yeah, it's my brand and all, but I'm like, at the end of the day, you spending money on this, and it's like, you supposed to be proud of this. This is something that you made. This came from your mind. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody else gonna be as confident in it except you.
It's true. That's true. That's 100% true, bro.
Alright, so if you was to watch this video 20 years from now, Cause I seen Mr. Beast, he did like a YouTube video.
Oh yeah,
he
Future
like,
Me. I saw
Future
that.
Me, right? If you was to watch this video 10, 20 years from now, when your brand is one of the biggest brands in America, all over the country, what would you want to say to yourself in this moment?
You did it.
That's it.
Truthfully, like I'm super virtuous. Like yeah,
it.
like
I mean, it's real.
I congratulate myself, obviously, but like I tell myself honestly that like yeah, I did it because like it was at a point where it was like I've had multiple times where like I've doubted myself, and not even just close. So I'm like, just to reach to a certain level and be able to live that comfortably, like I'd be very appreciative. So it's like I couldn't do anything more than probably like, yeah, you did it. Thank God. Like
That's real. Just like, and you know what? We actually have talked about this on other podcasts where we say a lot of people pray for things, but they don't even realize they're in the moment that they prayed for.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's very important that you did bring that up. But one question I do have for you is, okay, you make clothes, you know, you have a brand, you're on YouTube, this, that, and third. But if you're at home, you're watching right now, you're 15, 14, however old, and you're like, okay, I might want to get into the clothing brand space. What advice would you give to somebody that age? Somebody that might not even be old enough to work a job or might barely be old enough, family can't give them money. What would you tell them to do that you know would work out?
in my opinion, like you gotta take the chance on yourself. Like the more time you spend debating, the more time you spend procrastinating, that's more time you're losing. So like if you got an idea and you're really confident in it, do it. Like don't let nobody tell you like, no, I don't think you should be doing this. No, I don't think that's gonna work out. At the end of the day, if you think it's gonna work out, then you should do it.
It's fire.
I tell everybody, you give it a thought for a reason. You should act on that thought. Like
That's real.
Like,
I've never heard that before.
I like to think of it as like your blessings. I like to think of it as God talks to you through your thoughts and your ideas. So it's just like, and if you don't, I actually heard that somewhere. Like God gives you, like He gives you blessings through your thoughts and He talks to you through your thoughts and your ideas. And it's like if you don't act on it, then you just get passed on to the next person. So if you get that thought, that feeling, anything, act on it in that moment. Because if you don't, you could lose an opportunity like that, and the next person can have it.
Dang.
And
That's real.
that really relates to me because that's something that one of the people I watch on Instagram and YouTube says. He says success loves speed. So that basically means like you're not gonna be successful like being slow about the things that you want to do. Like you gotta act on it and act on it fast.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's super dope. We loved having you on this episode. We appreciate you. We're gonna put your brand
100%.
in the description. We're gonna put his YouTube in the description because he's trying to act like he's not a YouTuber, but we're gonna get his YouTube popping. Like
He does this shit full time.
you feel me? Like
On God, he's lying, bro.
he's a full-time creative, and that's something that's super lit and something that I personally applaud. And every time we come up on here, we wear black brands. Like I either wear one of my homies' brands, I wear Retrovert, and I'm telling y'all, let me give myself a timeline. In the next 3 episodes, y'all gonna see me in some Nadir on the pod.
Ooh,
So for sure.
wait,
For sure.
hold on.
In the next 3 episodes,
Somebody clip that. We need proof next episode,
and
man.
when you clip it, editor, you gonna put a picture of me. Well, he can't do that because it's gonna be in the future.
Hey, we'll figure it out when we get there, bro. But real quick, before we end this podcast, do you have anything you want to say just about yourself, about your upbringing, about anything that you've learned? Before we end, what do you want to leave with? What do you want to tell these people? Because you're gonna come back eventually. We want you back in a couple of months. We want you back when you're where you want to be. But tell them what you want to leave them with.
What's on the best
Well,
one?
don't do crack. That's one thing. Don't do that. That's definitely number one. Don't do nothing bad. I need you to stay in school.
One thing I like to leave people with, act on it. If you feel like you meant for more than what you're in right now, then you should act on that. And you should start putting more towards that. Because like I just said, the time you keep thinking about it, it's more time that's being wasted. So, act on that.
I like that you said that. I feel like a lot of people we've had on the show have said something similar along the lines of, hey, you know, procrastination is gonna be your biggest enemy. Just
For sure.
start. It doesn't matter if you don't have a camera. It doesn't matter if you don't have the capital. Start. So I really applaud you for saying that. I appreciate you for saying that. If you're out there, please, I want you to look at his Instagram, look at his YouTube, look at what he's doing. This is a very consistent individual, a very dedicated young man that loves what he does. And I really want y'all to tap in with him because he lives by what he says. He's not saying this just to say it. He truly wants the best for y'all and himself. So please tap in with his brand. And outside of that, I mean,
We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for getting beyond that bag with us, man.
deuces. Let's do it.